Ladies and gentlemen, we finally have a troop that 2 shots E12 fights. I finally got my hands on Diamantina and boy, this troop is strong. By the way, my name is Hazard and we are playing Gems of War. So, we had some brainstorming on Gems of War Alliance Discord yesterday and I have a bunch of Diamantina teams to show you. Diamantina is not absolutely perfect troop. She has weaknesses, but all in all, in right environment this troop is super strong and can indeed 2-shot E12 fights. And that single thing alone makes some of these team combinations actually faster than Slayer builds, believe me or not. I am a huge fan of Marigot Slayer build, but I managed to beat my hourly trophy record with one of these builds. That is something, man. And, one more thing. As I'm going to show you quite many teams, feel free to use the timestamps that get you to the next team quickly. So here is Diamantina. Diamond Flame spellcast. Deals magic times 2 plus 6 damage to all enemies, boost by skulls. Convert 5 skulls to doom skulls, and there is 10% chance for an extra turn boost by skulls. This is pretty same thing as all those boss dragons have, but this gets boost from skulls. Has Song of Bones trait. Summons a bone storm at the start of the battle. And this thing actually increases the spell damage quite a lot. However, if you want to use this Diamantina in let's say speed teams, then you have to use mostly gem destroyers, and gem destroyers need some sort of other storm than bone storm to work properly. So in most of these teams we aren't going to have that bone storm running in the background. A gem scales trait reduces damage from skulls by 55%. All the boss dragons have this. And then I think this is unique trait, Diamond Aura, gives 2 magic to all allies when matching skull gems. We aren't going to match skulls too much manually, maybe from some cascades. But right, on to the teams. Most of these teams are actually hero-less, but I don't think that is a big problem, because if you have Diamantina you probably don't have to get any kind of class XP whatsoever. So yeah, here we have first team. As our gem destroyer we are going to use good old Boxy. Bogstrider destroys magic plus 1 gems and entangles a random enemy. That's pretty nice. It Tangle trait inflicts entangle when doing skull damage, and also has that bark skin reduce damage from skulls by 33%. That is pretty nice actually. I found Thrall is a little bit wimpy at times, but Boxy is can take some skull bashing too. It yeah, mana cost 8. Sometimes even with Leafstorm running in the background, Bogstrider doesn't get up when you spam him. I think this 8 is the limit. You know, if there is Purple Storm and you are using Thrall pretty much always is up. And Marilith, even though she has 12 mana cost, she has red and green mana, so because of those two she is always up. But Boxy, not always. But anyway, here is one. We are using Emerald Ring to get that Leaf Storm at the start of the battle, and also when those green gem matches happened, Emerald Ring gives 2 magic to all green allies. That ultimately helps all of these. And actually I have to check one thing. We have 4 unique green troops, but we aren't going to get any kind of magic boost from those. Yes, we are going to get some life and a little bit armor as well, because we have 2 unique Bright Forest troops. Right, but hey, let's try this team in practice first. I'm going to test maybe 1 or maybe 2 battles per team, but Boxy team first. We are exploring in Gulvania, and oh, by the way, I have to check one thing. We want to use 3 Nisham medals to get most out of the Diamantina spellcast. And also one thing, my Diamantina isn't cold medaled, but when you cold medal this troop, that helps quite a lot of the spell damage and maybe helps getting those 2-shots more often. Diamantina doesn't always 2-shot, I have to mention that. But let's get things going. Box is up, we spam our Diamantina up. We do cast, we are doing 155 damage from these skulls alone here. That is massive single AoE damage. I think we are going to 2-shot this fight. Maybe. Let's try. No! Didn't happen. Well, we have our backup plan there. It works wonders. Let's do another one with this boxy one. Without too much jargon. Cast lep. Hope to get boxy up. Yes, it happened. Spam boxy. Cast Diamantina. Spam boxy again. Nope, didn't 2-shot. But as you can see, these troops only survive by 6, 7. If our Diamantina was cold medal, that would definitely be a 2-shot battle there. Right. This worked pretty well. You have some safety with boxy, but I think we have a little bit better options available. Here, let's try Thrall team. Same thing here, but this time we are using Thrall and Amathelias. Someone say Darkstorm at the start of the battle and Lep to get things going. Here, as we have 4 unique purple troops, we are getting a magic boost from this mini shroom. +3 magic, which is pretty nice actually. And matters a lot to get those 2-shots. What I'm raving about. Let's try. This is, by the way, the team that beat my that trophy record. Almost 2-shot. Take that. Yes, let's do another one. And sometimes that happens. You don't get Thrall up. You want to get him up so that you can continue to spam him right away. There. Yeah, so about the weaknesses. You know, as we are dealing AoE damage, Submerge is a bitch to deal with. For real, man. And we're going to get back on that later when we are going to use a hero in our teams. But now let's jump to Marilith version here. Same thing. Use Marilith to spam your Diamantina up, and we use Ruby Rat to summon a Firestorm at the start of the battle. What is better, I think, versus Boxy or Thrall Bleeds is Marilith deals additional 6 true damage when when she destroys those gems. And, this is actually pretty big thing in bigger scale, in my opinion. Has that red mana, fire link, and well, I like how you can get those true damage in every time you cast your Marilith. And I feel like Marilith is always up when you cast her. Almost. I can't get that 2-shot today in, it seems. But I'm pretty sure after I get my Diamantina gold medaled, that 2-shot will be more present. $46 and there. this is indeed fast. So as I was talking about the weaknesses, we could maybe try some hero in our team. Here I'm using Marilith again with Diamantina, and to summon the Firestorm I'm using a Dragon card. Sometimes when things don't go as you wanted, your Marilith or your Gem Destroyer is going to take some bounding, so Dawnbringer is pretty nice. It gives all allies barrier, and you can use it after you have cast Diamantina 2 times and maybe the enemy is still alive. You can wipe the enemies with this Dawnbringer cast. And if there are summons, you have then barrier to your troops, and you get more time to get Diamantina once again up and do some damage. And as we are dealing that AoE damage, the submerge is really annoying. This is when a Dragon card and the level 70 banishment talent comes into play. Display all enemies on 4 or 5 gem magics. This means that if the enemy is submerged or barriered or whatever positive status effect, that will go away when you match extra turns. We have the fire starter here, and we have also gift of fire, which is nice, and fire blade in case something goes very wrong. I'm not sure if we have burn ability, so nope, we don't. So that is not a big deal. Let's try this team. Although none of these troops, there's no KLP, yes, none of these troops submerged, so we are good to go. Spam, 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 and deal that AoE damage. There. Maybe one more. With Dawnbringer in our team. There. 50 or 60 seconds. Okay, what's next? We are fighting Mythic boss and alright, this one. Here we are using Essencia to get our dragons a 50% start. All dragon allies start with 50% mana and has a Song of Light trait that summons a light storm at the start of the battle that helps Diamantina, and here we use World Breaker. Imagine! Explode 80 gems on the board and then deals magic plus 5 damage to all enemies. So this is actually our backup spell damage dealer and also our mana generator. This team is pretty nice and this is very fast, but you have to have right environment to use this team, because you really have to deal the battle with 2 Diamantina cast and 1 World Breaker cast. And here is the thing. When you cast your Leprechaun and Diamantina gets the mana, if World Breaker isn't up, then you have to get it up before you cast Diamantina the first time. And then when you cast Diamantina, you cast World Breaker, who can generates mana for Diamantina and then deals the additional damage here, and you wipe the enemies with your Diamantina. Let's try this team. Maybe I should have explained that when the match is going on. Cast Leprechaun, and as you can see, we didn't get our World Breaker up, but most cases he does actually get up. Match those yellow gems. Again. Oh my god. Mana surge, please. Wow. Well, this didn't go well. Do we? No, we don't. Well, let's take that. And then that. And now we can use this team. So, you cast Diamantina. There. And then you cast World Breaker to generate mana and deal them damage. And then you cast your Alright, here's the anointing. Spell armor. Reduce damage from spells by 25%. As you can see, we would have wiped the enemies, but the spell damage is going to slow us down. Oh well. Let's get our Diamantina back up. There. Maybe do that. And that. And that. Wow. I'm going to show you this team again. There, now this is running like it should. Or not, for fuck's sake. Do that and that, and then this. Yeah. You are going to get pretty nice and quick battles with this team, but once it gets stuck, it really gets stuck. This is a little bit reminds me of that good old Scylla Chulkot Slayer build, if you know what I mean. That was fast and still is super fast, but once it gets stuck, it really gets stuck. And here as our final team, I'm going to show you this 3 Gem Destroyer team with Diamantina. This would probably suit someone who doesn't have high global stats and you need little bit help to survive. Here we have a Boxy up top, Entangle and Skull Reduction, Thrall, 1 purple match and you're good to go. It Angry Mob deals some damage, destroys gems, and if you happen to lose your troops, summons another Angry Mob. And Diamantina at the bottom. Now here we are going to have that Bone Storm running. Let's see how this team does. I haven't actually tried this once yet. What we are aiming to get a purple match. There. To get Thrall going. I think we are going to cast Angry Mob. And then we are going to cast our Diamantina and then done. One more. Purple match there. This team is actually pretty nice, I think. Yes. Wow. Is this... No, not enough. I really like this team. Once I get my Diamantina gold medal, this is the team I'm going to spam probably. This runs very well and we don't have to worry that much about the Bone Storm which hammers our Bogstrider. One more. But of course this team has one weakness too. If Carmela gets up and targets our Diamantina, we are going to have a very long fight. Yeah, you can spam my Boxy as much as you want. There! Hey, there was that 2-shot what I've been talking about all day. Right. So, Diamantina, it's pretty good troop. For real. It again, I'm not sure if you are going to chase that 20% mid-stone bonus, for example, if the Diamantina team setups are going to be stronger than what Mari got, for example, for me at least, is. But as I said yesterday in the GOW Alliance server, it's still early. I'm pretty sure the community is going to come with superb builds for this Diamantina later on. That's all I have to say today. Stay away from the banhammer and have a great week, my friend. Peace.